Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional. So the current time of 9:04 a.m. on Eastern Time on June 13th on Monday, the overall crypto market and the equity market is opening on relatively negative notes this morning. With respect to Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, all down across the board about 3% so far. The oil price is also levitating around $120 per barrel mark, while the 10-year yield is spiking to a crazy amount of level of 3.3% as of this morning. And with respect to many macro catalysts that we've identified so far, the first one and the most ominous ones coming, based on the preliminary type of signals we got from the CPI report that happened on Friday, and Jerome Powell, the debates between ExxonMobil versus his negative depictions on the company's chokehold around the supply and demand dynamics, driving the oil price to be surging the way it is right now, indicating that as we walk in onto tomorrow, which is the official beginning of the FOMC meeting, and then getting the confirmatory signal from Jerome Powell on Wednesday. And I would say that the speech is going to happen around like 2 p.m. or 2:15 p.m. on the Eastern Time, based on my historical recollection, which we will hear from him on the tactical next step, right? Are we going to be raising the interest rates from current level to a more aggressive level to 75 basis point, or are we going to be even more aggressive, knowing the fact that inflation is extremely high, and we are on the verge of breaking into a bear market, aka the recession. And secondly, with respect to more of a crypto-related, affectation, is with respect to the overall crypto market dropping, a significant amount. And just look at the motherlord of Bitcoin, dropping 14% during this weekend, falling below. Obviously, we are trading at the 23,500 at the moment, and if you look at that collectively, an aggregate amount of capital that was wiped out in the crypto market was about 200 billion during this weekend. And the catalyst, in addition to obviously the negative anticipated pressure as we are heading onto this quite volatile week ahead of us, is also driven by a crypto lending company called Celsius. They have decided to pause withdrawal for its customers, which I'm not sure if there's a confirmatory signal that this company might be on the verge of bankruptcy, sparking fears of contagion into the broader market, right? So it really spooked a lot of people out, which I get it. And then as I'm looking into the news as well, there seems like a lot of companies, especially in the technology sector, which crypto technology is included in it, there are some companies, despite just being on IPO or going public after just 1 year, and now they're on the verge of declaring bankruptcy. So definitely ominous, in terms of the negative affectation. So, and then I'm seeing this like really fresh off the press right now. About 20 minutes ago, seems like Binance has also paused Bitcoin withdrawal due to the stock transaction as crypto continues to sell off, further deepens. So it seems like there are a lot of negative spooks news across the board. So definitely not easy to stomach. I can totally understand and totally resonate. If you're holding, I could understand why you are having that fear. But if you're holding with just cash within your assets, I would suggest that just continue to be patient and ride this out. But if you are utilizing leverage to be investing into crypto, a margin call, a complete wipeout of your portfolio can be a possibility if you reach to a certain level of margin threshold going forward, right? So and some of the technical things that we identify on the levels is quite ominous. So let's just dive right into it. Respect to recording time of 9:09 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum at $1,220, down about 15% at the moment. Right now we are at the consolidated level, right, as we discussed, right? And with respect to this submerged level with a 21.59 out of 70, we form a death cross which subsequently drive this negative sell-off, which is very logical. So right now we just basically try to look for the bottom to bounce from, right? And the next level that you could see that we tried to get there earlier last night at 1172 was the technical bottom, but the real level is about like 100 and I would say we got there actually, like 1133, but I would say just round it up like 1150, which is very logical again, right? And then if you break the next level, which you saw that we try to get to, would be 1000. And as we get down to 1000, next level will be somewhere around 750, and then it will be heading all the way down to a much lower level like 500-ish, right? If we continue this, just absolutely negativity, right? So something to think about, right? Two substantive levels and then one big large substantive level drop as we break 1000 from here. Okay, and then looking into Bitcoin as well, you're basically trading on below the resistance level that we had prior, 25. So the next level coming down will be somewhere around like 21,500 and then all the way down to 18,500. So it's a really sharp drop coming for Bitcoin. So makes sense because of the negative cross section that we've had, the death cross with the 26 out of 70 right now. So right now is really to find the next bottom, which technically if you really have to look further back down to a long time ago, like currently we're at 1 right now, but the next level is somewhere around like really real level is somewhere between like 20 all the way to somewhere around like 17,500 to 18,500 from there. Okay, so be mentally prepared for a sharper drop if we get a lot more negative news coming. And then respect to classic, all the flat numbers below, right? We're basically forming new lows now. We're at 24 out of 70 right now. So all the flat numbers like 1450, 14, 1350, 13 respectively. Dogecoin down about 15% so far, 5 cents at the moment. So all the flat numbers, right? You could see that we consolidate a little bit around 7, 6 next level, 5 is where we're at right now. 4 would be coming respectively. If we get worse, dynamic coming. Right now we form a death cross, so you'll have to see the baseball kind of curving down until we recuperate back up. Okay, Cardano down about 8% as well. We're basically matching with where we were before, so all the flat numbers, right? We still have some more room to fall with the 36 out of 70 right now, so 45, 40, 35, 30 respectively. Solana is down about 16% so far. The altcoin is getting killed. And this is very logical, right? We broke 33, so the next level would be 30, which is not real. But to next level, which is 26.55, which is where we at right now. But unfortunately, we still have a death cross, so you need to kind of cross down and cross up from there. XRP down about 11% so far, 30 cents at the moment. All the flat numbers, right? We're no longer trading on fundamentals, so just all the flat numbers. It's like fear and just complete wipeout across the board. 30 cents, 25 cents, 20 cents respectively from there. Polkadot down about 12% so far at 6.65 at the moment, at the 24 out of 70. Formed a death cross recently, so all the flat numbers, right? 6 cents, $6, $5.5, $5 respectively, going down all the way. Algorand down about 11% as well at 29 cents at the moment. We are at the 28 out of 70, formed a death cross recently, so all the flat numbers, right? 29, basically 30 right now, 25 respectively. Shiba Inu is just crossed down recently. All the flat numbers below, right? 750, 700, 650 respectively. We still have some room to go down to, unfortunately, because we just formed a death cross recently. So right now we need to kind of look for a landing zone. Okay. MACTAG down about 17% so far. Right now the 41 technically, right? So just all the flat numbers like 40, 35, 30 respectively. AVAX down about 13% so far. 14, is basically like 15 is basically a flat number, so all the flat numbers, right? 15, 14, 13 respectively. Okay. So that's our marching order. So technically we have 2 levels down until the 3rd level down will be a really sharp one, dropping all the way to about 750 for Ethereum specifically. So be prepared. Don't be surprised if that happens. If you're down already, I don't suggest like actually just like sell on a loss. But if you go down to a certain level, the market is going to look for a rebound, right, at a technical level, right? So as we get over this hump, I do foresee some relief coming, despite how negative the verbiage will be, because like right now we try to adjust all the negativity in a span of like basically 48 hours so far. But after this, we have another one, which is in July, another CPI report, another FOMC meeting, until we have some sort of separation of time, up until September. So we'll see how that goes. So appreciate you. A lot of negative news definitely on this Monday, so it's definitely hard to stomach. But hopefully my breakdown is helpful, and appreciate you for joining me this morning. Take care.